And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus. I'm Chief Meteorologist Wysocki, along with our Ag Director, Bridgette Readel. We are out live on location today, Bridgette, and I'll tell you what, pretty good turnout and money donated so far as well.
Well, Giving Hearts Day is probably the largest fundraiser in the region for a multitude of groups. We're talking over 600 associations, organizations, nonprofits are all going to be benefiting from the giving that goes on today. Not just dollars, but time.
Right. And if you want to come out, just swing by here. It's the old Wax building?
Nope, it's the old Discovery Benefits.
Old Discovery Benefit building.
Yes.
So there's a little construction going on out here, but swing on out here. Already raised over $20 million. And I think, what were they going for? 39?
29, I believe,
29.
is the goal today.
Okay.
So I think we're probably going to make it. You know, if you're wondering where we are, for those of you familiar with the Schlossman family YMCA, that's where they took the barn that used to be on the corner of 13th Avenue and 45th Street and moved down to the YMCA. We're pretty much next door. And you can see where all the cars are. Come on in, because this is a chance to stop by. If you haven't made your contributions yet, you can certainly be dropping off a check, but also sign up for your time. And I think that's what's most important here is there are now drop boxes on the website that you can donate time just as much as you can donate dollars. And I will say, book club last night, we had a very lively discussion about who donates and how to donate and how easy it is, because you can do that, like I said, with dropping off a check here, or you can put it on your credit card, because what don't we put on our credit card?
That's what I did.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I like to think of it, you just get more miles on your card that way.
See,
right?
There you go.
It's
yeah.
pretty much the ideal way.
Well, and you could use those miles to go somewhere warm, because this is,
Not this.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is a cold afternoon out there. We're still at 7 below right now. 6 below in Moorhead, a little warmer if you want to call it that, up north, about between 0 and 4 above around the Grand Forks area. But we're not going to move much today. At least we've got some sunshine out there. We'll have a high close to 2 above with south winds kind of adding a little bite to the air, about 10 to 15. Then the clouds will increase tonight. We'll drop down briefly below 0, and then we'll see temperatures rise towards morning as winds turn to the south-southeast, about 5 to 15. And then cloudy skies, we'll see light snow overspread the area Friday afternoon into Friday night. Not looking like a big snow event, but along and south of 94, we could pick up to an inch. Some spots maybe 2, but that'd be pushing it, and that's more likely the far southern valley. The far northern valley, northwest Minnesota, not going to see much at all. We'll bump it up to 15 tomorrow, but then windy.
Bump it up to 15.
15, I know, right?
Please.
We will see windy conditions develop Friday night and Saturday, and that's going to blow around whatever little additional snow that we get. So Saturday's just going to be a raw day with steady temperatures in the single digits, falling into the below 0 category by late afternoon. And then Sunday, breezy, cold, a few flurries, highs about 2 below or so.
But that's what it was on Tuesday.
I know.
Or what day was I in Animus? Tuesday, I think it was. And it was blisteringly cold at -2 degrees at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and the wind, this reinforcing shot of cold air could conceivably be a little bit colder than the one we just had.
Oh, good.
But the good news is by the 21st, I wrote this down. Yeah, by the 21st, 22nd, we should start to go into phase 2 of the LRC cycle. And what that means is, if you remember when we had the up and down temperatures, the roller coaster ride, we're going to go into that, which is better than the straight 2 weeks of deep freeze. So as these Clipper systems come by, starting the 22nd or so, they will warm us up and then cool us down. Warm us up, cool us down.
Now, frankly, if you are running short of freezer space, you could just start putting things outside.
Easily.
Put it in the cooler so the dog doesn't chew on it.
Right.
But at this point, Mother Nature's giving you quite the assist.
Yeah, and this will be like this all next week. So we're not going to really break out of this until, like I said, around the 22nd. That's when we'll start to see that pattern change. And then we will go back to the quote-unquote stormy part of the LRC cycle, which we're just getting out of now. That main storm track was down to our south this cycle. Now, come March 17th through April 5th, there's about a 60 to 70% chance that and it should, climatologically, the jet stream lifts north, so those systems that were affecting central plains should lift up into our area from that middle of March on through that first week in April. So that's where we should be getting some catch up on snow and hopefully catch up on moisture.
Well, and even if we don't, I'm looking forward to spring rain. At this point, I'm past worrying about snow because I don't want icy roads. I want some spring rain, and I'd be okay with that if the timing were correct.
Right. We don't want a fast rain when the ground's still frozen.
That's right. And speaking of timing, we want to time this weather update being sponsored by Ryan Bonesack. He's with Equitable Agri-Finance, bringing long-term fixed rates for farmland financing. He wants to talk to you about your farm or ranch, and you can give him a call at 701-261-6529. That's Ryan Bonesack with Equitable Agri-Finance. And you may think it's easy to say equitable every day. It is not. I just want to make sure to point that out. I'm trying very carefully to pronunciate with accuracy, and we do that one. So,
all right.
Shout out to Ryan, though. We appreciate that.
No doubt.
And for those, if you are watching us live stream today, as Dean said, you're going to see us on location. So you can follow along on Facebook, on YouTube, on Acres TV. We are here with Giving Hearts Day in Fargo, wanting to be a part of the largest day of giving in the region. Oh, the total just ticked up again.
Almost up to 21 million. Keep it coming.
There were some big jumps. We're very, very closely going to hit 21. As I watch that click away, it's not going to take us very long.
Right. That's good news. Yeah, good news. And again, you can donate online. You don't have to come down here. Just Giving Hearts Day. And that's what I did. That was, even though I'm down here. But
right.
It's you could do it so easily online. And
I didn't want to forget because you get caught up in the things of your day. I just didn't want to forget. And it was too easy. In fact, we've got guests that are organizations that are coming on to be on air with us today. They were kind enough to send me a card in the mail. It had a QR code. Real easy to click the QR code and then just take care of everything all at once.
Isn't it?
That worked out great.
They make it as simple as possibly can. And, it's for a good cause, many good causes, I should say.
Yes.
You got plenty to choose from. Pick one that's your favorite and help the community out. That's what we live here for.
Well, this is also the time of the year not only for Giving Hearts, but folks are going to bull sales. In fact, I'll be at one here in a couple of weeks. You'll hear me broadcasting from there. But why is that a big deal? Because if you're going to spend your money, whether it's Giving Hearts Day or otherwise, you want to spend it wisely. And why are we buying bulls? Well, because in order to keep our calf crop going, we need more critters. And so bull sales right now are when folks bring their best animals forward. They want to show off their genetics. And don't forget to do your homework, just like you would do your homework on which organizations you want to donate to at this event. You're going to do that when you're going to a bull sale. You're going to look at the genetics. What are the weaning rates or weaning weights? You got to say that too.
Yeah, no way.
And so, you want to know how big that calf's going to be when you wean her off the mother. You want to know how big the birth rates are going to be, because if you have really big calves and a cow that can't handle that, that's not good either. And those genetics tend to come from bulls, so you got to match that up and know what you're doing.
And we've got calving season, right
really
around
soon.
The corner.
A large chunk of people start March 1st, but we have folks that go all the way through May and June. And in fact, I had a rancher yesterday say, I'm sort of glad we don't have enough barns because that means we just have to calve more springtime weather, and I'm okay with that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no doubt.
Pick and choose the things you want to do. But, you want to check those EPD scores. These are the expected progeny scores that you're going to have on those bulls. You also want to make sure that when you go to the sale, watch that animal walk. You don't want to see lameness. You want to see solid footing. You want to see, if you're buying like bred heifers, you want to look for good hips on that animal, a straight line on the back. There's all sorts of telltale signs that you want. And then, of course, everybody's looking for their favorite breed. When we were kids, you got the JCPenney catalog or the Montgomery Wards, and you went through and you circled all your favorite toys that you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I literally see kids from farms and ranches, they do the same with the bull sale catalog.
Do they really?
Yeah. Oh, I want that one. Because it's not just about a pretty color. You got to look for the right animal that's going to fit your operation.
Right.
And you don't have to buy the bull. You can just buy the semen.
I don't know what to say.
There's only so many times a year I can get away with saying that on air.
Right, that would be one of
Bull sale time I can. and it's true. If you want the genetics, but you don't want to own the full cost of the animal.
Right, that's the way to do it.
You can do that by just simply buying the semen and doing artificial insemination, because they're not cheap. You can spend tens of thousands or millions of dollars buying a bull.
I don't have either.
The record selling. There's a ranch in North Dakota that has sold 3 of the top record selling dollar amounts on bulls in the last 10 years.
How high? Do you
Oh,
remember?
we're talking $1.5, $2 million on a bull.
For all three or for
One.
per? Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's an animal.
That's a stud.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't actually go to pasture.
I would imagine that. Yeah.
His genetics passed on.
Yes, I would think
more
so.
passive.
He was a busy bull, is what you're saying.
Yes, he was. I don't know if you want me to bring on our large animal vet friend, Dr. Emily Fox, to explain how that process works.
I think I could probably figure it out.
But no, I'll tell you off air, and then you can decide if you want to hear that. Okay. All right. So let's get ready for the fact that we have folks joining us to talk about their organizations for Giving Hearts Day. Our first one today is going to be North Dakota State FFA. We'll be joined by Grant Olson and Tegan Erbely, and they'll be with us when we return after the market report from American Ag Network. Welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus, where we get to spend the day at Dakota Medical Foundation for Giving Hearts Day 2025. And we have some very favorite ag charities. Now, I don't want to discount those that we don't have on the show with us today.
Right.
Folks like North Dakota Stockmen's Association Foundation, they just did the Out of the Ashes program, where after the wildfires in northwest North Dakota, they raised just shy of $1 million to give out to producers who lost fencing, barns, animals, hay, all of that. And so those organizations deserve your attention as well. And I'm not going to lie, I started us out with my favorite. I did not bring my FFA jacket today, but instead I brought two state FFA officers. And you've seen them before.
They've been in the studio with us before, absolutely. Two bright individuals, for sure.
Well, absolutely. So, Grant, would you care to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yep, my name is Grant Anderson. I'm originally from Harvey. I'm going to school here at NDSU now, and this year I'm serving as a state parliamentarian.
Excellent. Tegan?
Yeah, my name is Tegan Erbley. I'm serving as a state secretary this year, and I'm originally from the Napoleon FFA chapter, and I'm also attending NDSU.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys have had a pretty busy day already. What have you been doing in order to help generate what we're looking at for donations for the FFA?
Yeah, so we've been writing thank yous and calling the donors, just making sure that they know that what they've been doing is really appreciated across all aspects of FFA and how much it helps.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate those phone calls. Tegan actually left me a message this morning when I was busy. So those thank yous do mean a lot to your donors that are out there. And when you think about your donors, who might they include, Grant? Who are some of the people that you see as willing to give on a day like today?
We recognized a lot of the names, so that was something that was interesting, scrolling through the list or whatever. And some of it was just local producers that we knew. There's a lot of old egg teachers on there, whatever, retired, I should say, and current. Even there was a few students on there who were donating. That was kind of interesting to see that. So we've really been pulling donations in from all walks of life and whatever, and that's really been fun to see. Everyone's getting in on a little piece of the action there.
So Tegan, as someone who's been a part of what's going on today for Giving Hearts Day, what have you learned out of what you've been doing today? What has been the most surprising to you as a student who maybe didn't see all this going on in the background?
Yeah, that's a great question. What's been so cool is kind of like Grant mentioned is just the names you recognize, and so many of them are repeating people who don't just donate for Giving Hearts Day, but they support FFA throughout the entire year. And I think that just goes to show how much FFA is liked by the people who are involved and how much it carries through from it's all members who they were members in high school, now they're adults still supporting FFA because of the impact it had on them. And I didn't realize how many people continually give back to the FFA because of the impact it's had. So that's been something that's been really cool to see.
Oh, I think it's almost like generational when we see that folks are giving back. I mean, I can pick off a number of family members of my own who were very busy in the last few days doing this. So where do the dollars go? Tegan, as you think about where money is going to be used for FFA after Giving Hearts Day, where do you see that money being spent?
Yeah, every dollar that's given to the FFA goes back to the members. It goes for different events, competitions. It can come back in forms of scholarships, anything that comes back to benefit the members of North Dakota FFA.
Any idea what folks should be giving? I mean, I got a card in the mail that shows some of the ways to break down the giving. So, Grant, did you get that card or have you seen it?
I guess I haven't seen it exactly, but I think, if you put enough of those small donations together, so whatever you're really feeling that day is definitely appreciated. Kind of whatever, all those dollars are going to a good spot. So whatever, if it's the minimum of $10 or if you want to start, throwing zeros behind that, whatever. We're not going to complain for sure.
Yeah,
so.
We're not going to turn down the zeros.
Right.
And the card that I referenced that I got showed as much or as little as $7 where you could get like your gold award for a state competition, right? And I'm hoping you both have earned gold awards, right? Okay, so you have a gold award, yep. And that can start at $7 and you could go all the way up to sponsoring an FFA jacket, which is the Blue Jackets. Wait, I'm missing some words.
You got it.
Blue Jackets, Bright Futures.
Yes.
There we go. So for $100, you can donate an FFA jacket to students who might need them. Have you guys been recipients of those types of programs too?
Not that program exactly, but I know how much having an FFA jacket with your name on it, how important that is. And so those kids, that really can be the jumpstart to have their name on a jacket and be proud of that and wear it proudly. And they, if you look good and feel good, you're going to compete good as well.
That's a huge point. Is you are so well recognized when you wear that FFA jacket. In fact, as we came in, the Giving Hearts Foundation was asking all of us to put name tags on, and I looked at Dean and said, "I don't think you two had to wear name tags, did you?" Because they're on your jackets. That's even better. Is that such an identifiable icon? Is that blue and gold jacket, and we appreciate the fact that everybody can see it. So as you think about some of the giving, have you seen some of the matches that have been going on? Any of those you want to mention?
Yeah, so there's over $30,000 that is agreed to be matched within the FFA. So that means that we can raise over $61,000 just in match donations this year, which is something that we're so appreciative of.
Okay. Grant, any idea if there were some of those match dollars that you've watched as well? Any particular matches stand out to you that were part of today?
I guess I just saw some examples of past state officer teams had been matching, and that was kind of cool to see. Those.
We were one of them.
Yeah. Just that can, that shows. I think that shows just how far, on down the road, they're still seeing the benefits of what they did or whatever, and they're willing to give back, which is greatly appreciated.
It's huge. I think that right now, the fact that so many folks want to reach back out and say thanks for what you did, that matters a lot. Okay. So, oops, we just got a little bit of feedback on there, but that's okay. We're going to be fine. How many, the statistics, how many chapters do we have within the state?
96 chapters.
How many students are we affecting with FFA in high school programs?
Right now we have about 7,700.
You guys are getting ready for state convention.
Yeah.
When is
Yeah.
it?
June 2nd through the 5th.
Look
There
at
we
that,
go.
Grant's got those dates down.
That'll come up
Better than last time.
quicker than you think.
It's going to come so fast. What are you guys doing to prepare for state convention?
We haven't actually started looking at state convention preparation. We're still kind of dealing with banquets and that type of stuff at this time of the year. But we'll have a lot of, there's a lot of obviously our RAs, that's a big one, our retiring addresses. And then we'll have to look at writing all the scripts for all the different contests or whatever, announcing awards or whatever. So there'll be a lot there, but we're looking forward to it. We've got, some fun ideas that we're going to be throwing around. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to plan. And the memorizing probably won't be fun, but it's going to be a good convention.
It's going to look good when you got it done.
Yep.
Okay, you said banquets. I've been through banquet season 2. How many banquets are each of you going to have to speak at this season?
I can't remember. That's a number I should know. How many last year they spoke at? Already, we've still got requests coming in, but I think all of us have about 5 or 6 banquets currently, and those will keep rolling in as chapters finish planning those out or whatever.
Yeah, I think last year they were able to cover around like 65, 70-ish banquets. So you split that up between the 7 officers, and we have.
That's great coverage.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you need any terrible but clean jokes for banquets, let me know. I still remember mine.
Are they
They're
clean?
They're
Okay.
clean. Yeah,
Okay.
but they're like 30 years old now. So
those that fly really
we'll see
well.
how the relevancy might be. So Grant and Tegan, thank you for coming today. You came all the way across town to make sure that
Thank you,
you could be a
guys.
part of it. Where can folks watch what you are doing for FFA today?
The North Dakota FFA has both the Facebook and an Instagram page that we're trying to keep updated with. But we also have North Dakota FFA Foundation has a website, and on there you can go through and look on what we're doing, how much money has been raised. But you can also actually go to their page to donate if that's something that you want to do. So NorthDakotaFFA.org has all the things you would want for today.
And all through Giving Hearts Day. So Grant, there's a total right up there on that TV. Where are we at for Giving Hearts Day total today?
$21,209,136.
And I'm hoping there's a lot that goes to you guys. So, all right. Thank you for joining us today. You guys have a fantastic rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
We
you.
will be right back with Farm Rescue. Oh, welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. So glad to have you joining us today as we are live from Dakota Medical Foundation, and we are talking all about Giving Hearts Day. And don't want to forget that if you're at home and you're listening and you're enjoying this, and maybe you're working on taxes or you're thinking ahead about insurance plans for 2025, because many of us are, do not overlook JLA Insurance. Nate Thorsrud, owner and farmer from Grandin, North Dakota, has JLA Insurance with experience since 2004. He makes it feel like family, and because he's a farmer, he understands your needs. So he's not going to sell you what you don't need to have on the farm. He'll make it convenient and come to you. Call Nate at 701-371-0311. That is JLA Insurance with Nate Thorsrud. And we get joined by Dan Erdman from Farm Rescue. Dan, how are you?
I'm great, Dean and Bridgette. Thanks for having me again. It's always great talking to you guys.
Absolutely. And Farm Rescue is one of the beneficiaries you can donate to this afternoon, right?
Yeah, one of 600 plus, it sounds like, this year.
Right.
So it's incredible. This is it's a day we look forward to. I think a lot of nonprofits will say the same. It's our largest single-day fundraiser, and it's truly incredible just to see the outpouring of generosity that comes today.
Right. So let's say people are online and they're looking for somebody to donate to, and they look at Farm Rescue. What is that? So explain how donating would benefit.
So donations to Farm Rescue would benefit our general operations, and that would include free planting, haying, harvesting. We do some livestock feeding, commodity and hay hauling when needed, just to help farm families in times of crisis. So that may be the result of a major injury, illness, or natural disaster. We have the volunteers and the equipment to come in and help during that season, whatever it might be, and get them hopefully over that hump, bridge that gap created by a crisis, get them through that season and on to the next.
So what are some of the things that you are looking forward to? Let's say that, right now our total is $21 million. Let's just say you got $2 million of that, Dan. That's your wish. What's on your wish list for Farm Rescue that you can do to help farmers?
We actually, this is a big year for us. It's our 20th anniversary at Farm Rescue, which is something we're incredibly proud of, and it took a lot of folks to get to this point and create that longevity. We set $1 million goal this year for the first time in our history, which is lofty, and we realize that. And it's all about sustainability for years to come. I think a lot of folks in the ag industry will tell you it was kind of a difficult year, and Farm Rescue was not immune to that. We kind of go with that ag industry. So we figured 20th anniversary, this is the perfect time to set the bar a little higher, and we know that our supporters are going to come out in full force, and they already have been. We had $500,000 in matching funds available heading into this, so
that's awesome.
You can truly double your impact. And again, it's all about creating that longevity for years to come, setting us up to help even more farm families and continue growing this mission.
Are you allowed to say who were some of your matching fund donations so we can give them thank yous? Yeah,
so we kind of did a different route this year. We have partners who contribute annually, and we gave them the opportunity. Can we use that that partnership dollars as matching funds this year? And so it's dozens of folks who contributed to that $500,000 total. But Hess Corporation recently stepped up big for us. They sent another $75,000 check on top of their annual partnership dollars for this purpose. To really make the most of these matching funds and encourage folks to again double your impact on Giving Hearts Day, and so many other folks are using the same strategy, and it's working. It's making a difference for a lot of nonprofits.
When you talk about the things that you all can do, and you say this is a free service to the farmer who applies. You have to apply for the assistance, but there's expenses that are behind that, because you have volunteers, but what about all the fuel and you've got truck expense, et cetera? What if you have a breakdown? Where some of your dollars go? Yeah,
again, the daily operations of Farm Rescue add up in a hurry. Again, we've grown to 9 states now. It started right here in North Dakota, and a majority of our cases are still taking place in North Dakota and Minnesota, Montana, and South Dakota. But we've expanded to 9 states now in the Midwest, and just trying to get the word out to those folks. And it's kind of an uphill battle in some of those areas, because we're not as well known, and we don't have that trust that we have in this area, where that track record speaks for itself. I mean, we've helped around 800 families alone, I think, in the state of North Dakota from our almost 1,200 family total. So Again, a lot of families helped, but it's expensive to do that. we got to mobilize volunteers. We're moving equipment. It's hotel stays. It's food. It's fuel, and it all supports those volunteers who are, again, we call them our angels in blue. We all wear blue shirts, and they truly are. They come from across the United States to support this mission.
That's great. Now, you said you're in 9 states, Dan, right? All right.
Correct.
Now, so for anybody donating today on Giving Hearts Day, does that money stay locally, or does it help everybody in the whole 9 states that you encompass?
Yeah, unless it's specified, it's going to help just it'll go to our general
Okay.
operations.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's again money you can kind of earmark if you are donating. There's
Sure.
a special designation line, I believe,
Right.
or special notes. But to my earlier point, again, a lot of what we're doing is still taking place right here in the in the local area. So
We've got a tie-in that I don't think Dan knows anything about, but we found recently. Back in January, I started having an assistant ag director as an intern for a day, right? So we get high school, college students to come in who want to learn more about media and communications,
Sure.
and they spend a day with us, and especially being on the show, interviewing and asking questions, all that type of thing. Our first one is a young gal. Her last name is Birkland, from down around Fort Ransom, and they were one of the families helped by Farm Rescue.
Oh, my goodness.
So she
Yeah.
was extremely happy to say that made a big difference during harvest for her family.
Yes, I'm familiar, and I
Okay.
believe she does a lot of beauty pageants and different talent pageants, if I remember correctly.
That might just
Jocelyn.
be her. Jocelyn, that's her.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, incredible family. Her father, I believe, went through multiple brain surgeries.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we were out helping one harvest season, but they've been through more than that. I think he had a couple just in a single year, and we were out there. That was actually our 800th.
I think it was 800.
Case. Yeah, so it was a milestone case for us, and beautiful farm, again, out around Fort Ransom, and such an incredible family. And her mother, very active on the farm too. She was running combine right alongside our volunteers. So
Yep. Excellent memory for your recall, considering you helped so many
we've
families.
had almost
Dan.
1,200. Yeah. So.
But there are those that kind of stick out, and again, we're maybe a little partial to North Dakota and what we have.
You bet.
But I do see you guys everywhere. I was at FarmCon in Kansas City and saw your team down there last late summer in Iowa. Saw y'all at Farm Progress.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to see a commodity classic.
They'll be there. Yep.
And it's not like you guys are going out there and just blowing the money that you are given.
No.
That's twofold for you to be at those events, correct?
It is. Again, it's all about outreach and spreading the word of what we do, because it's the number one priority for us is just finding more families and connecting with those families who feel like they maybe don't have anywhere else to turn.
Absolutely.
And the big hang up, I think, for a lot of farmers is because there's so much pride involved in what they do, and they're for
don't
good
wanna
reason.
they don't wanna ask for
wanna
help.
ask for help.
Right.
They're the first people to provide it when a neighbor's going through something tough.
Right.
But they're the last people to ask for it themselves. And so we've been trying for years, to kind of overcome that stigma associated with asking for help, because what it all boils down to, Farm Rescue is neighbors helping neighbors. We just come from a little bit further up the road.
Right.
And so going to events like that, spreading our mission to people from across the country in a lot of cases, and in a lot of those territories that we're not as well known, but we still serve. It's very important. And we're maximizing those trips, because a lot of times we're having a free space because of John Deere, because of Nutrient Ag Solutions, from some of those bigger partners that they want the same thing for us, is to just spread the word. And so they're allowing us to be there free of charge, and it's no expense taken out of our pocket to do that. So it's incredible.
Well, if we're going to be active in the farm community, we have to do that on both extracting money from the industry and putting money back out
You bet.
in different ways. So that works out tremendously. Dan, you have a goal to get to $1 million
We
today
do.
or just over the whole year?
Throughout Giving Hearts Day, that was the goal. $1 million
And
through
you're
Giving Hearts Day.
You're halfway there?
Yeah, well beyond that now, because we
Okay.
had, again, $500,000 in matching funds available heading into this day. So
Okay.
again, you can truly double that impact and help us reach that $1 million goal. And I should mention too, we commissioned a study recently, an economic impact study.
Oh.
And people probably tune out when they hear that. That sounds kind of boring, but
Except for me. I'm like, what?
no. So again,
Tell me more.
To actually prove the impact of Farm Rescue, we always talk about it being a ripple effect from the beginning. It's not just helping a single family, it's helping the greater community, the greater region.
Right.
Every dollar they found in that study that is invested through Farm Rescue equates to 10 for that family and the community. So again, through Giving Hearts Day, through Farm Rescue, you can really, really multiply those donation dollars into something much greater.
That is huge. So, Dan, thank you for coming in today and spending
Thank
a little
you.
time with us here. And just, we're going to say it as many times as we can. Where's the places that people go to make sure that they can contribute today to Farm Rescue?
So again, everything today for Giving Hearts Day is at givingheartsday.org. Just search for Farm Rescue or one of any other 600 and some worthy nonprofits.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm here representing Farm Rescue, but this is a great day too because my wife and I have other nonprofits that are special to us, and it's just a great day of generosity and seeing that wave of generosity. Outside of Giving Hearts Day, go to farmrescue.org. In conjunction with our 20th anniversary, we actually just launched a new website, so it's completely redone. And if you want to take a tour, head to farmrescue.org. You can make a donation, sign up to volunteer, refer a family in crisis, or sign up as a family in need of assistance. And it's all kind of right there.
I want to volunteer them. Maybe I should ask them first, but I know they could do it. And I'm like, come on, you guys.
They'll help.
Especially if they have CDLs, right?
Absolutely. Always looking for those, yeah.
Excellent.
Well, Dan, good luck reaching your goal this afternoon.
Thank you all so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys will do it.
Yeah.
You'll do it.
All right, folks, don't rush off. We are going to come back and we're going to talk with Chloe Drummond. She's with North Dakota 4-H Foundation because we definitely want to make sure we show support for youth today as well.
You bet.
So we'll be right back.
And welcome back to Weather and Ag in Focus. Want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Total, Bridgette, almost 21. It's $21.4 million.
That's a lot of cash.
That's awesome. And, a big tip of the cap to our community for helping out. This is a big day for many organizations. And, it shouldn't just be one day you give. Just like Valentine's Day shouldn't be the only time you do something. You do something sweet. I mean, it should be all year round. But yeah, if you can help your favorite organization out here, there's over 600 online to choose from. GivingHearts.org. Log on. It's super simple. If you can't make it down here.
Well, we brought one of our favorites in today.
Right.
And that is Chloe Drummond. She is with North Dakota FFA 4-H. Did I say FFA 4-H? I might have said a lot of things there. You're 4-H.
Yes.
It's so easy to put those two organizations together because they serve youth
Absolutely.
so well. But you start younger, right?
Yes, we do. So with
There you go. Push that right up to you.
Okay.
There you go.
so in 4-H, you can begin as young as a clover bud, so ages 5 to 7, just kind of getting your first taste of what
Aw.
4-H is and what a project entails. And then that traditional 4-H program that we think of is ages 8 to 18. And we have a few who continue on in our state ambassador program into their college years. If you participate in Giving Hearts Day today, you might be getting a phone call from them saying
Aw.
thanks and reflecting on their experience. But there is a really wide age range that 4-H can cater to.
And it's not just the age range, it's the interests for kids. I mean, when I was a kid, we thought about 4-H because we did crop and livestock judging
Right.
with other teams, et cetera, but it's way more than just that now.
Absolutely, yes. Way back when we first started over 100 years ago, you think of those really traditional corn and cattle and cooking clubs that we once had, and we've stayed true to that club model, but it has really grown and expanded as the times have changed and as the industry in our state has changed. And so we offer really exciting STEM programming. There are youth who are learning about energy, they're learning about engineering, opportunities for them to get plugged in with communication arts, a whole bunch of different variety of activities.
That keeps the kids busy
Well, one of the
and
things,
out of trouble.
one of the things I see the most is archery.
Yes.
I just had snaps last night from my sister-in-law because my nephew was shooting archery last night, and that's been a really growing segment for 4-H.
Absolutely, it has. We just welcomed a new shooting sports specialist into our state office, Sarah
Ah.
Clemens, and she has just a great passion for shooting sports and growing that program. We just had some youth who returned from a national competition that we're super proud of, and so that's definitely something that we've seen many youth have interest in, and we're excited to cater to that.
And you have camps,
We do.
right? Because most of us went to, our Bible camp. We were supposed to be good kids. But I bet 4-H camp was fun.
Yes. We have, so the North Dakota 4-H Foundation manages a camp property out near Washburn, North Dakota, beautiful right along the river. And we're able to offer camp programming there all summer long. Things like, again, catering to those diverse tastes. We have a STEM camp out there. Wish I had a horse camp for those youth that are interested in what that would be like.
Wish I had a horse. How many horses do you have to bring for the kids who are wishing for one?
We have a whole bunch that come and spend the week out at camp and just kind of give kids a taste of what that is like if they are from like an urban area or that's not something that's a part of their everyday life.
Wow.
So really kind of making sure that we're providing opportunities that kids wouldn't have otherwise to fuel those sparks that they have.
Gosh, that's tremendous. And you've got students that are participating, all sorts of ages,
Yep.
all over the state that are
Correct.
coming to camp.
Absolutely.
Did I hear you right that registration's open soon?
Yes, our camp registration opens on March 1st. So some of those that are pretty popular, like Wish I Had a Horse Camp, tend to sell out soon. It's really exciting. You don't have to be enrolled in 4-H to attend 4-H camp. So
Really?
if there is a camp that is appealing to you and that is kind of what you want to be your first taste into 4-H and what that would look like, that's a great way to get involved. And so that'll open at ag.ndsu.edu/4-H, and then you can navigate to the little camp link right there on March 1st. for registration.
So one of the other things that I know we've talked about kind of behind the scenes and everything with 4-H too is you're approaching your goal for the day.
Yes.
And we want people to help put you over your goal. So where can they be coming in order to reach out to you today and beyond, Chloe?
Yes. So today on givingheartsday.org, if you search 4-H, you can find us there. We have a whole bunch of really generous match donors.
Oh, good.
So we have a $75,000 goal and a $37,500 match. So every dollar towards that goal, when we reach that halfway point, is matched. And so that's a fantastic way to give and have double the impact for your 4-Hers as your dollar goes twice as far. So we invite people to come and get plugged in on that Giving Hearts Day page today. And then also following us on Facebook, so North Dakota 4-H on Facebook, we'll share updates not only about Giving Hearts Day today, but all year long with all of the exciting things that are going on with 4-H, 4-H Foundation, fundraisers, and ways to get plugged in and connected. So that's really the best place to go if you're curious and want to learn more and stay in the loop.
Well, whether you were an alumni or you just want to support 4-H overall for youth in North Dakota, this is a great time to do it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, good luck on reaching your goal.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we want that very much for you.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Last check of the weather, Dean?
Quick recap of the weather.
Okay.
What do we got here? Like 15 seconds?
Something.
Well, we're looking at temperatures right now about 0 to 5 below across the area. We'll make it up to 2 today. Clouds sticking up tonight, rising temperatures. Light snow comes into the area tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, about an inch or so along and south of the 94 corridor. So that'll do it for Bridgette and I. Don't go anywhere. Jay Thomas Show. That's coming up next.